Hi, my name is Olivia Tansi.
Hello, my name is Putra Sutiono.
Hi, my name is Kerri Gunawan.
I've been in Jakarta Nanyang school for about 10 years.
And I've been studying JNY for 9 years.
And I've been studying in Jakarta Nanyang school since I was in primary 4, so that's 9 years in JNY.
And I'm going to Trisakti University. I'll be taking dentistry.
And soon I'll be going to university, and I was accepted into JNY University, majoring in mechanical engineering.
And I'm planning to go to Melbourne University, and I'm planning to major in data analytics.
When I first entered JNY in primary 4, as my background was a national school and we only use Bahasa Indonesia as our main language, moving to an international school where our daily language is English was pretty harsh for me because my English language was like at the basics. However, I was starting to enter JNY, I was introduced to EFL, English First Language, where it is a taught course for beginners level student, and we have to take the course for 6 months until 1 year. So every English lesson I was taken out by the teacher, by the EFL teacher, and going to the 4th floor on the other side of the building, and I had to study there alone, one-on-one with the teacher.
So about a few years ago, maybe during secondary, I wasn't a very good student, I would say. I didn't really focus on my studies, I didn't really take things seriously. But then I realized I had some unfulfilled potential. So in order for me to somehow achieve those potentials, I had to work hard towards it, and then I set goals for myself.
First, I gave myself time to digest and understand that I am different from others, but I do not take that as a disadvantage. Instead, like as a motivation for me to keep learning and keep improving so that I can finally communicate with my friends in English language and become a better student and understand the courses each day.
You have no competence or no mastery in that certain area. For example, in basketball, then I guess you're not able to dribble yet, or you don't know how to shoot in proper form. And I think that means like you're still at like the basic level, like how you say you're starting from ground zero. It means that you're starting from the very preliminary level. Of course, hard work and a lot of practice, and also remember to give yourself some time, because growth takes time and it's not always instant. So your transformation to a hero won't always be instant.
It all depends on yourself. For example, if your goal is to become a professional soccer player, then you have to set your own time. You have to plan, like, oh, in this day, what will I be training? Am I good enough? And then you'll also be like asking advice or like asking your coach whether you have been improving all this time. You also have to keep track of what you have been improving on and in which position you are on right now. And you have to stay in that path. And even though if you fail sometimes, that is okay, because it is only right to get back up and keep pursuing for that goal, because the road to success is never smooth.
When I try to go into my weight loss journey, I used to be quite overweight maybe around 3 years ago, and I set a goal for myself to become healthy.
I think I just realized that recently, but I'm sort of a perfectionist with that side of me. I try to focus on too many things and try to be perfect on every single aspect, but I think that's what's sort of hindering me from actually growing, because that perfectionist side, it always makes me afraid to make mistakes, to face challenges that could probably make me fail.
So I guess the big obstacle was taking that first step. It was a very hard thing to do, but ultimately I decided to just go for it, and I set out these purposes. Then I worked hard to achieve those, and yeah.
I try to learn to let things go and try to focus on what's truly important.
When you're starting from a beginner level, so the first approach you want to take is you have to know what you want to achieve. Take your time, develop your own strategies, and like work towards your goal that you initially set. So remind yourself every day that this is your goal, but don't pressure yourself too much, as it will just give like a negative effect on yourself, physically, mentally, and including affecting your health.
You sort of have to embrace the challenges that you face along the way, because it's definitely not going to be an easy path. You're going to face a lot of challenges and you're going to fail a lot of times, but I think that it's alright to take that risk, because I think failing is what really truly helps you transform into the better version of yourself and eventually become a hero. The small achievements also matter in your growth, and that's I guess that's a win for you, and the more wins you have, I think that's the pathway to becoming a hero.
For me is my favorite basketball athlete, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
My mother is a person who truly embodies the concept of going from zero to hero.
He's from Greece, and what's very inspiring about his story is that his upbringing was very impoverished, and how he didn't even have proper shoes to play basketball in. But now having the signature shoe deal with Nike, so talk about a zero to hero story, I would think of him. What really inspires me more is that how he's able to stay humble throughout. He's never forget where he came from, and he's always giving back to the community. And other than that, his mindset is always working hard. So I try to somehow follow in his footsteps, like working hard mindset and never giving up and stuff.
Because she truly started from nothing when she was starting her business. Seeing her go through so much and always putting it that extra mile, I can truly understand like the sort of passion and the perseverance that she had throughout the countless nights that she has. And I think that in itself showed how she became a hero of her own.
So for me personally, it's not much to motivation, it's more to discipline. And something that I also admire about Gen Y is teaching us this agenda of being disciplined. So when you're disciplined, you have to show up every day, and you have to give your best effort no matter what.
Whenever I felt down because I failed in a certain goal that I want to achieve, usually I would just approach my friends and like talk to them, tell them how I really felt, and ask advices from them, as like I need them to console me. And after that, I would give myself some time. Like I would not push myself to like get back on track at that time, at that instant moment. I would just give myself time, and when I felt better, then I would start coming back to my goal.
So an example is when I'm too tired and when I don't really feel like doing anything, when I don't feel like studying or moving, I still show up every day because I try to stay disciplined, I try to stay focused.
Like for example, I will give myself a 1 day or 2 day break where I can just watch like variety shows on YouTube or play online games with friends. Because I feel like that's the best way to not put more pressure on myself and shift away from the actual main road more.
For me, this journey, I try to take advice from everyone. I try to take every information, every bit of detail, and I somehow use all of that input to improve myself and try to achieve my goals. Because there are more experienced people and there are more people who are wiser, so it's good to always keep an open mind.
I consistently develop my skills by, for example, if I want to be in the basketball varsity team, then the way I continuously develop my skills is through, for For example, just watching YouTube videos on like basic beginner basketball training, and then like I train myself at home, and then when we had a chance to practice at school, then I would ask my coach like, is this the way? Is this the right way to dribble? Is this the right way to defend? Or is this the right way to shoot? Like, how can I improve?
I think growing up, also, I wasn't the most confident and outspoken person. Like, I was quite the shy, and I don't really know how to voice my opinion. But then I knew that growing up, I always looked up to people who were very outspoken. They knew how to voice their opinions in a really respectful manner. I knew that I wanted to improve myself in that area, so I started to join the student council, for example. I think that was one of the steps that I took out of my way so that I can improve myself in that aspect. And in the beginning, it was not easy to fit in because I think during that time, somehow everyone was really friendly. They knew how to communicate well with others, and then trying my best to learn from them. I think what helped me become more of an outspoken person, yeah.
So I don't think there's a definite definition of success. I think it varies from people to people. But for me personally, success is a mixture of both your personal goals and how you affect the community surrounding you. So for example, I think that personal goals is also very important. However, other people remember you, how you gave out and how you reached out back to the community. And I guess an example that allowed this understanding for me is from my late grandfather. I always remembered that he said, you know, never resist helping other people and always be kind.
I think that success can be defined in any way the person wants to be. It depends on what kind of person that individual wants to be, whether that be purely achieving personal goals or involving in making positive impact in the environment or society. I think that truly depends on the person, but I think to me, success can be defined as like becoming the best version of yourself that truly makes you happy and sort of gives you the most satisfaction in life.
There's this saying that comfort is the enemy of progress, and I really agree with that, because as we're trying to stay comfortable, it hinders our improvement and also our progress. So when I set out a goal to be a straight A student, I had to do something I never did. So what I did, unconventional approach, was to somehow like listen to every criticism there was, the good, the bad, and even the ugly. I took all of that in, I took that as feedback, and I somehow put all that and I used it to improve myself.
First of all, it is okay to feel overwhelmed, and it is okay to like not meet your expectations, because the way to success is never smooth. Just focus on your goals.
Suffer Lao Tzu, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. It is normal to feel scared and overwhelmed when taking that huge first step. But what's important is to keep making progress and go at your own pace. Everyone has their own pace, and as long as you keep going at it, stay focused, you'll eventually reach your goals. And in terms of motivation, in my opinion, if you're not happy at the position you're at, or if you don't think that you're not at your full potential, I think that should be a valuable enough reason for you to keep moving forward.
And one last thing, you're not defined by what you experience or who you are initially, but you're defined on what you do every time you fall. And the right thing is to get up.